An eerie village, buildings plucked from time, and a demonic force await the Most Haunted team as we travel to Sussex.
And this week we begin an investigation like no other, with over 40 buildings on 50 acres, all with ghosts and many stories to tell. Welcome to Most Haunted and to the Weald and Downland Museum.
The Weald and Downland Open Air Museum came to fruition in 1967, started by the founder, Dr. J.R. Armstrong, MBE, and a group of people keen on rescuing old, crumbling buildings from the southeast of England. There are almost 50 buildings here dating from between the 13th and 19th centuries, set in over 50 acres of countryside, and all have been dismantled from their original locations and rebuilt. The buildings are said to be home to strange paranormal phenomena, with mysterious footsteps heard, the feeling of oppression, and furniture is said to move of its own accord. With such a vast area to cover, we have decided that Weald and Downland warrants 2 nights of investigation. Tonight we will focus on the buildings at the heart of this eerie village. Large dark figures have been witnessed all around this building, which used to be a medieval shop. It's now situated at the end of a street. This street that contains many buildings, all with stories of death, poltergeists and ghosts. This is North Cray House, supposedly haunted by a former resident, tall, scary and unwelcoming, and is said to strike fear into anyone who enters. Some believe that Walderton House holds onto the spirits from where it originally stood. Staff and visitors alike have noted a feeling of a sad atmosphere inside the house. It's believed that a violent former resident is still trapped within the fabric of the building and doesn't like people entering when darkness falls. With such an area to cover, what will we achieve tonight? We have 24 hours to find out. Weald and Downland appears to contain many spirits within its displaced buildings. I'm eager to hear more about them from Most Haunted's resident historian Leslie Smith.
Here, over nearly 50 acres, there are a huge number of properties, vernacular buildings that have been rescued from situations such as motorways going through an area. The house has been taken to pieces and brought here. Visitors and guides who work here have said over the years that they have seen some extraordinary sights and heard extraordinary things. A woman particularly is seen on a very regular basis, moving from one building to another with a long gown, but of course with so many centuries represented here, we can't pin exactly what time she comes from.
Being familiar with stone tape theory from previous investigations, I'm curious to hear if parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe feels this idea may have any bearing on our investigation tonight.
Kieran, this is a very unusual investigation because the sheer expanse of this place. I think, you know, the fact that we're going to do 2 nights here is very exciting. But also, how do you feel about the fact that there's lots of different buildings that have been taken from different places, all in one place, have all come together?
I'm very excited about it. In a way, it's a little bit of a Most Haunted first when you think about it. All the locations we visited, they've been there for however many hundreds of years. But you're right, we've got phenomena associated with each particular building from where it originated, almost as though the energy has moved with the buildings, and I find that absolutely fascinating.
And of course we've got to look at the stone tape theory. We've discussed this time and time again, but this is classic because brick by brick these houses have been moved, so with those particular bricks come stories of are they tape recordings of people that have lived in these houses?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. When I was first reading up about it, part of me was thinking, yeah, this is a classic example of stone tape theory because, for example, in one of the locations there was, I think, an argument associated with that particular building where it was originally, and people associate the activity with that argument. Whereas some of the other buildings, they say that the energy and the atmosphere and the phenomena comes from the original location, but you've got innocuous things like an oppressive atmosphere, or somebody even reporting that there's a demon of some kind that causes hallucinations, that sort of thing. So you've got some examples of stone tape theory, but I would argue that the other ones don't really support the stone tape theory idea, because remember, stone tape is all about replay. It's almost like a video playback, whereas some of the phenomena is not a playback, it's just a feeling, if you will. So I find that different.
The location that has the oppressive atmosphere, sort of this demonic feel to it, definitely going to stick Kath in there on her own.
On her own. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Oh,
great experiment.
I know, you're an evil man. It was your idea, not mine.
All right,
okay.
Blame it on me.
A vast location, centuries of history and mysterious reports of strange apparitions. Weald Downland has much to offer, but would we meet any of its ghostly residents tonight?
Chris is saying this is not human, this is demonic.
I'm not impressed. You've been upstairs.
If you are a demonic, if you...
Welcome back to Most Haunted. You rejoin us in an investigation into the Weald Downland Open Air Museum, a vast collection of relocated historical buildings from across the southeast of England. I'm hoping that medium Chris Conway can focus his energies and connect with the spirits that are said to be contained within their walls. We start our lit walk around in Walderton House, a Tudor building said to be home to phantoms from its former location.
As we're walking into the house, I'm picking up the energy of an old lady.
Yeah.
And she was standing as if the seat wasn't there.
Can you describe what she looks like, or is it just a feeling? Or?
Just now, she's probably slightly smaller than you, up to your shoulders. Hair tied back, tied into it's like a bun. It's tied right back, and she's wearing apron's the wrong word, but it's like some sort of petticoat sort of thing down right over.
Right.
And as I say, as we walked in, she's standing there, very welcoming spirit, very welcoming lady. I can give you a name that I'm getting.
How old
Maria.
would you say?
I would say Maria would be mid-60s.
Okay, not too old.
Not too old, but very grandmotherly.
Did anybody just hear that?
What did you hear? There was definitely a moan.
The stairs? Shall I go upstairs and have a quick look?
Why don't you all go upstairs?
Yeah, I think we should if we've heard something up here.
There was a real that's what I heard. But Carl, you heard that noise?
To me, it sounded almost like it was a low level, almost a sigh. There was also
Yeah.
but it came from this area. Like,
I heard that. I heard it from up here. You're right. What was it? The same noise? Yes.
A really deep, longer...
But you see, I heard it. Did you see my reaction?
Yes, I did.
I heard it before, just literally at half a
second before you screamed.
It's frightening the hell out of me because I was concentrating on reading.
There it was again.
Did Kathy hear it at the same time?
I did, yeah.
Because she and I were left in the room and I was just...
Listen, everybody whisper.
I heard
Keep
that.
the
I
conversation
heard
going
that.
for energy. But it's definitely here. Whoever you are, sir.
Yeah, there's definitely there's a male presence that's came in, a presence that wasn't here when we first walked into the house.
Can you talk to me? Talk to me, please. There we go. It's almost just a constant movement.
But it's not.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's quite frightening though.
Do you think it's because you said he'd come in?
Yeah.
Do you think he's coming off from somewhere else? He's not associated with
he's
this
not
house?
he's associated with the land,
So he's
not the house.
So he can follow us anywhere he wants.
He's linked to the land. This is a first for me as a medium.
Yeah.
The year I'm getting is 43.
Did that bloody door just go?
I'm not going around.
There's no gale winds. There's nothing tonight. It's
a clear
completely
sky.
clear. There's nothing. It's full moon, clear. Nothing there.
Nothing at all.
Can you push the door?
Huh?
Push it.
Okay.
Okay. Push it a little bit lighter. It wasn't as hard as that. That was the noise it made.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. Please, sir. Thank you for this. Can you do it again? Push the door. Push the door, please. Come on, sir.
Yvette, say the name Max.
Max.
Is it Max? Max.
Max. Come on.
Come on.
Push the door, please, sir.
Who's upstairs?
No one. Why?
There's a window above the door.
Yeah.
Well, someone just stuck their face in it.
Listen. What? Why are you getting Max is talking to you then more? Go on, say
I
what
don't
you're gonna
understand
say.
the word Max is saying. Okay, he's speaking very fast and he's speaking foreign. Okay. The year, Leslie was asking me if I could get a year. The year I'm getting is 43, and that's a first for me. This is way, 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 way back.
Oh, 43? Just 43?
43.
Good.
He's not saying this word, this is the word that I'm using. He's very much like a boss. He's very much as if he should be telling everybody what to do.
Right.
And that's the energy that I was confusing earlier on with not nice.
Right.
It's actually, he's very official, as if he's the boss.
Right.
Everybody has to do what he tells them to do.
I see. Leslie, normally we bring you in right at the end, don't we? But we've had just so much activity in such a short amount of time. 43, the year 43.
Right, what it is, of course, the property, nothing to do with this property, but this land is very well known for the Romans.
Okay.
And Max, full name Maximilian, that's very early though, 43 is very, very early.
Well, I think, I know we could stay here now, but I think we should come back here later on. We've got
Without
enough to go on.
yes.
We've got the lovely lady downstairs, haven't we? And would that fit in, just before we leave this location, would that fit in with
I've got
what she's
Martha.
wearing? You have?
Got Martha. I've got her in the 1600s.
Okay. What did you say her name was?
This is Maria.
Maria.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but it's pretty close.
It's
but I'm not-
kind of-
Yeah.
At the beginning, the way I describe it is try to pluck things from fog,
Yeah.
and it gets clearer and clearer the more the
Right,
energy
okay.
builds up. So it's
Mid-1600s. The dress, I'm afraid, is too vague for us to pin it. It would be long, you know. But I've got Martha here, and there aren't that many names associated with this property, so I'm delighted
Well,
with that.
that's good.
Excellent.
Great stuff. Well,
Excellent.
brilliant. So we come back here and we'll talk two M's, Martha and Maximilian,
Yes.
see what we get. Come on then, let's go.
Whilst walking to the next building, Most Haunted's long-time security guard, Steve, appears to have had a frightening encounter of his own.
Steve, come on, tell us what you've seen.
While you're over here, I thought some lights from the house were shining over this point, but they were shining clearly down the field. But there was a figure walking up and down these stairs here about twice. Quite a large figure.
Yeah?
Not wearing like a cloaked figure, quite large. But walked past here, turned and went back up the stairs again. I just thought there was the light catching the vehicle and throwing a funny shadow over here. My car was there as well. No, I've definitely seen a figure.
Right, let's go right in, actually. Let's go right in over this way. Funny thing on the floor, isn't there? I wonder if this is where they had the fire or something.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, maybe. What do you sense from this house, then?
As soon as I walk into this house will scare a lot of people that actually work here, because as soon as you walk in, it's very thick. There's a male presence in the house. Don't have any names or years yet, but as soon as you walk in, you feel his presence.
Sugar. What's up, Kath? Somebody what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw a what?
A really black shadow in there. That was really, really thick.
Yeah, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
You sense anybody in here with the... Kath just seen someone walking here. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there somebody in here?
He's
now?
stronger in here
Is
than
he?
he is out there.
Oh,
He's stronger in
It's
here.
happening again.
I heard that.
Did you?
What I'm picking up is very cold and calculated, and it's very... The best way to describe it is as if he has no emotions, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's weird. That's
yeah,
horrid.
That's
not
very horrible.
nice.
No, it's not nice at all. And that's
That's like
what
your
I'm
classic horror movie, isn't it?
but without a doubt, and that's what I'm picking up. It's not like sometimes you've sort of nasty entity, you'll pick up the anger, but with this, there's no anger, there's no love, there's no happiness, there's nothing.
You see, my theory is this, and I know we've discussed
Yes.
this, I know you agree with me. Anything negative, I know Carl agrees with me as well, anything negative will not play.
No.
I.e. when you ask them to.
Definitely.
But they'll play in their own time when they want to.
Yep.
So I was going to say, why don't we call out? I'll try it, but I guarantee, well, nothing is going to come back because it's in my own time. I'll do what I want when I want.
And he's done stuff as we've been speaking.
Yes.
He's been frightening
Kath
Carl
and Leslie,
Kath
yeah,
and
yeah,
Leslie
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And I think you're spot on. what
Shall we
you're
see?
saying.
I mean, we might be surprised. or
Yeah,
I
you might surprise us.
I'll eat my own glove.
I'll eat another
Okay.
one.
Yeah, okay. If there are any spirit people here, there is a gentleman present here with us now. Please, can you make yourself known? Can you make a noise? Can you do something to let us know that you're here, please? What is that noise?
I don't know what you're doing.
Scratching. What is that noise?
I don't know what you're doing.
Scratching. You heard that, Stuart, didn't you?
Coming from there.
Can you make that noise again, please, whoever you are, sir? Is he coming up? Okay, I'm just going to try a control question. Can you copy me? Can you copy me?
Yeah, it's above us.
Okay, can you copy me again, please? Ready?
That's from there.
Yeah, it's above us.
Carl, go upstairs.
Do you want me to take him up with you, Carl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on. See if there's can a camera go with Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It sounds like it's coming from either there or there. It's that direction, isn't it?
We're not moving.
Okay. Have you got the camera with you? Okay. Please, sir, thank you for this. Are you moving?
Just keep still.
You're walking.
Nobody's walking about. I don't know what it's with.
Oops.
Are you hearing that?
Yes. To me, it sounds like it's coming from you.
No, it sounds like it's coming from you. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to eat my glove.
I think I'll have the other one.
Yeah.
Already we were experiencing definite audible activity, and Chris had connected with the spirits of Martha and Max, seemingly from different time zones, but locked into the same location. What more would we uncover as we switched to night vision?
Chris is saying this is not human, this is demonic. Do you have a message for us.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
I decide to lead a team consisting of medium Chris Conway and cameraman Chris Burton in an investigation of Walderton House, in the hope that we could further contact the spirit of Martha.
Martha, are you here? Maximilian, are you here?
Please, can you make some noise? Throw something or touch one of us? Did you hear a tap?
I didn't.
Oh, I heard a tap.
Did you?
Whereabouts? Behind us. Martha?
I didn't hear a tap, but I heard a sort of...
Did you?
Well, exactly the time you said it, Chris.
Right.
Is that chair moved? That chair moved? It bloody well has.
It has.
That chair wasn't there before.
Don't think so.
But and you guys moved it?
No.
That chair was here. By the fire.
Do you know that was? You're right.
It was not.
Because you sat on it earlier on.
Right by here. That's by the stairs.
Has it angled a bit? Or am I imagining that?
No, I'm honestly going to say, is that angled? I'm sure it was more.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
That was angled towards the fire.
We seem to be in the presence of a playful spirit with an ability to move things around unseen. What more would we discover as we joined together to contact the decidedly angry spirit we had met earlier in North Cray House?
Hey, back off!
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
Welcome back to Most Haunted. We're midway through the investigation into Weald Downland Open Air Museum, a collection of relocated buildings from across the southeast of England. During our daylit walk around in North Cray House, we seem to attract the attention of a malevolent spirit. In an attempt to provoke him further, I have taken the whole of the investigation team there to focus our energies.
Men, women or children, if you are here, come towards us now. Let us know that you are with us. We don't mean you any harm. Show yourselves to us if you can. Okay, got that? Did you hear that?
Yeah. I did.
Show yourselves to us if you can. Show yourselves to us if you can. Wow, that's good.
That was very
Carl,
nice.
where are you? Okay, you hear it?
I didn't hear anything.
Yes, it was. I heard
That was very loud. That was...
That was like a
Yes,
it was.
What did you do?
It was a type
Really
noise.
loud.
Yeah.
Why don't we split into two groups in the house?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, because when we did that before, we were hearing noises from
Yeah.
down here. I think, you know, would that help with energies?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Get upstairs, kids. Go, go, go. Who's going? Who's going? Go on there, go on, guys. Go, go, go.
Oh, that's so good.
It's magic. I can hear it, yeah? I wonder what the hell it is. Carl?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask out for something? Do the same, see if it copies you. Yeah.
Okay, come on, you piece of think you're tough? I'll tell you what, you're no longer master of this house. I am.
There's a black shadow.
What? What?
In the corner here. Is it shadow from here? I don't think it's a shadow from here. But she was talking, it was like a back. See, it's moved now,
It's
you've
moved,
not
it's
moved! Oh! Oh! Did you see that?
Yeah. What's your turn? Come then.
No, it was horrible. It was there and then you kept still and it moved.
It's okay, it's okay. We've got something up here.
What have you got?
There was a black shadow in it. I don't know if Stuart's caught it on camera.
Did you get it, Stuart?
All I'm picking up is night vision on camera. I couldn't see any shadows.
It was a big black mass and I thought it was Carl and then when it moved...
Carl, keep antagonizing
I don't know how you see this house, but it's all changed. This isn't where it used to be. The outside is different.
I swear I've just seen a shadow. Wait, touch now. It's right up. It walked. Oh, sorry, Chris, sorry.
Sorry, the corner is that shadow.
It walked right across. You saw that movement.
We've just seen a shadow down here. Kath's just seen one. Carl?
Yeah?
Chris is saying this is not human, this is demonic.
I've got a draft around my legs.
Cool. Okay, is it Beelzebub?
Could you feel
Who
it?
is it? Some demonic force. I challenge you right here and now. I challenge you.
What?
Cold as soon as I said
Yeah,
that.
but hang on, we've got a big one. I know, but it's whipping round us though. Okay.
Come on, show yourself up here.
No, I'm okay.
Something absolutely horrible out there.
Did you just close this door?
Oh, no.
Oh, the door's shut behind you.
Shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you asked if you slam the door
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, am I impressed? I'm not impressed.
If you'd have been upstairs.
If you are... What?
Do you not hear that?
Hear that?
I thought it was a car.
No.
Oh, let's do it again. If you are a demonic... If you...
Who's over there?
I'm not impressed with you. Oh, that was good. That was good again, you piece of... Come on. Not again. Again.
Bloody hell. You're in here.
That's it. That's it. That's all around us. Oh, my...
That's around us.
Come on then.
How cool is that? It was a...
With medium Chris Conway informing us that we were in the presence of a demonic entity, we were eager to split the team up to widen our search in the area. With Carl, Stuart and I holding a vigil in what was once an old schoolhouse, and Chris, Kath, Leslie and cameraman Chris Burton exploring Walderton House.
Martha, can you please make a noise?
Yes. Did you hear it?
I did.
That was like rattling the pans.
It's...
Hey! Bar off!
Thank you. Thank you.
That's in with us.
Somebody's bloody chucking stuff. Does anybody here, there is a spirit person here with us now, or spirit people, then please let yourself be known. Don't mean you any harm. Can you come towards us, please? Let us know that you are here. Maybe you're a schoolmistress. Maybe you taught here. A gentleman, perhaps. Maybe there's a little girl or a little boy here.
Do you know what it seems like to me? You know, you said the table seems to be moving.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone sat down at the end.
I did use it.
Is that you just moved it?
No, I didn't move it.
Well, that's just moved.
Oh, Papa, don't shout on. Oh, how is that?
But there's...
Someone chucking stones at us or something.
That was a stone, that's it. Alright.
But Martha wouldn't do that. Surely.
In the daytime, I am never, ever expected to experience anything like this.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
It's such a beautiful place.
Martha, come on.
Thud. Can you hear that?
Have you heard a thud?
Yeah. And again,
Oh, yeah, I hear
it's
that.
walking.
Yeah, that's upstairs.
Is that above us?
That's
Yeah.
above us, yeah.
Maybe that's a signal for us to go upstairs.
Maybe it is.
Shall we go up?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You're a schoolmaster.
Schoolmaster, are you here? Sir? Make it louder if you're here. Oh my gosh, is your seat moving? My seat moved. Big time.
Maybe sat down next to you.
Are you here, sat next to me? If you are, move the seat.
They can't
No, my whole seat has just moved up.
That's just moved down.
Yeah.
That's just moved
Right,
down.
the whole thing has just tipped.
Where, backwards or forwards?
Like that. My backside has just gone like that towards the back of here. The whole thing is tipped.
all one?
Yes, it's all one. So as that tipped back, this belt slid down. What have you got, Chris? Okay. What have you got? Chris, anything?
We've still got the energy I brought through earlier on, the Max. He's still. Did you hear that tap?
Yeah.
He's still here.
Did you get that? I'm glad that there's no else. It was under us.
That, I thought it came from this bed again.
I thought it came to that sort of direction.
Just next to Cam.
The torch not working now?
Is there anybody else here? Is there more than one spirit?
No, well, we've got the lead downstairs, but
In this room?
up here, I hate to say it, Chris, but he's standing right behind you.
Oh, do you know what? I put Monty in there.
I heard something just before you said that, like a little high frequency, like whistle.
Can I ask you, sir, please, a learned
Just been pushed forward.
a learned man as you are, please, we are trying to prove and show the world that there is more to this life. I need that camera. I need that camera. Get it. Need to prove to the world that there is more. Okay.
Okay, Cam. Just imagine weight is behind. I'm just going to push it back.
That's so heavy.
Carl and Stuart were eager to go it alone and widen their search of the museum. What would they discover as they combined energies to provoke the spirits?
These stairs are going to cave in on us, are we?
Ow! It's a ball.
That right up, that did.
Okay, if that's you, should we go back upstairs?
Yeah, let's go.
That was upstairs. Which room? I can't see any. Is there any doors in the room?
No, there's no door on that. Is there? Yes, there's a door there.
Where?
Here, built on the wall. Is that?
Wasn't that?
No.
Wasn't there? Okay, is anyone here?
Right, this is where I saw that face cat. I know I saw it here. I know I did.
What's on the bed? What's that?
What's what?
What's that?
It's a candle with like a bowl, isn't it? With a candle, isn't it?
Yeah, but what's that doing on the bed? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's leave it there.
Well, I don't know, mate. I don't know where that's come from.
If you moved that, please can you move it again?
Light it for us, please.
Let's move it on the...
Okay.
You'd be the last out of the room.
I'm the last out of the room. Oh no, this way. In my hand.
Should we go to this room now?
You see this rocking chair? Oh, it's probably not original to this house. If you see it, please rock it like what I'm doing now. Can you come and sit in it? And rock it back and forth? Like this?
Sit on the bed. Move the bed if you can. What's that? Is that you?
No.
I want to stop this.
Okay, well.
That's in the other
Carl? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
Got any camera in there first?
Well, I don't know what I'm looking for, Carl.
What's that noise?
I don't know what I'm looking for, Carl.
What's that noise?
The rocking chair that we moved earlier. I moved that earlier, didn't I? That's it. It's rocking. It's rocking. The chair's rocking. The actual chair is rocking. You stop it. That stopped.
I stopped.
Thank you for that.
I stopped it before that.
I know you stopped it before.
I don't like it. What was in this?
Right.
Room, Stu?
I don't know which way to go there now. There's too much going on. Right. Something was launched. What?
Hey, the thing's off here. But where is it? I can't see on the floor. Is it on the floor?
Oh, there it is. It's at the fire. It's the fire. It's standing up. It's on the. It's actually on the fireplace.
It's standing up.
With Carl and Stuart seemingly victim to a mischievous poltergeist, it was time for us to regroup to perform a séance. But was the night about to take a sinister turn?
Oh, did you hear it? Oh! Excuse me.
Welcome back to Most Haunted. Our exploration of the Weald Downland Open Air Museum was already sending the Most Haunted investigation team to the edge of darkness, with a demonic spirit seemingly following us around.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
Chris is saying this is not human, this is demonic.
With the team eager to draw together around the séance table, we have re-entered North Cray House, determined to rid it of its evil presence.
Whoever you are, make yourself known. Make yourself known, please, sir. If you want us here, then fine. Then do something nice. Make noises, sweet noises. If you don't want us here, then you make bad noises. Okay, keep your hands on the table. Make bad noises. Throw things. The table is wobbly.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, do you want to ask Al?
Yeah.
We'll each take it in turn to ask Al. What's going on? What's going on?
Okay.
What was
What
that?
happened?
Did you feel it? What was it? A finger going on my leg, on my knee. Up, like that. One finger, up.
Earlier, Kathy, you had something like your leg,
Did you
didn't
know
you?
Anthony touching it? And like something's pulling me like that. Funny sensation at the back. No, I don't like that. Oh, did you hear it? Yeah.
I did.
I'm so freaked out. I don't like the touchy thing. Oh, and again. The wrong table. And again. Oh! Excuse me. Great. Do you have a message for us? Do you have a message for us? Spell it out.
What's that? So I can't see.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Look like H or I.
What's
E.
that? E?
That must have been H.
Oh, yeah. Hell. Okay, so truly, like you say, he is demonic, he's horrendous. Okay, we're going to get the same things that we normally get.
But he's here. It's not. It's here. It's not in hell.
No.
So is it saying it came from hell? And hell being the.
What?
I thought that. Do you know what?
What?
Stuart. Ah! Whoa. Oh God.
Poked me right in the stomach.
Oh dear.
Not hard. Not hard. Horribly. It was hard. I can handle.
Aye.
It was that kind of. It was almost
Creepy.
like that.
That's what I had on my knee.
But right across my stomach.
Scraping across my knee. Okay, guys, I think we should leave it now.
Yeah.
This is a horrid place.
It seems we have met our match here in North Cray House, with the demonic spirit seemingly uninterested in making friendly contact and happy in its attempt to scare us. We were eager to get as far away as we could. How would Dr. Kieran O'Keefe make sense of all the physical and auditory phenomena we had undergone during our exploration?
Most Haunted's investigation of Weald and Downland Museum actually spanned over 2 nights. In the first part of the investigation, focused on the main square and the buildings around it. 2 significant things happened during the investigation. In one particular room where there were various school desks, something appeared to happen to Yvette's desk.
We are trying to prove and show the world that there is more to this life.
Me just merely describing the phenomena as Yvette's desk moving, allegedly of its own accord, doesn't sound too impressive. But you can see from the footage we're talking about school desks in which the desk appears to be attached to the bench in some way.
Okay, come. How much weight? I'm just going to push it back.
That's so heavy.
It's a difficult phenomena to deal with, again, because I guess as a parapsychologist I would have had to have had more cameras focused around that particular area. But given that it was spontaneous phenomena, we didn't know it would happen, how can we prepare for something like that? Steve, the security guard, has worked on a number of Most Haunteds. He's done security for Most Haunted Live and also accompanied us on a number of the series shoots. And I think it's the first time that the team actually saw him react to anything.
While you're over here, I thought some lights in the house were shining over this point, but they were shining clearly down the field. But there was a figure walking up and down these stairs here about twice. Quite a large figure.
Yeah.
Not wearing like a cloaked figure, quite large. But walked past here, turned and went back up the stairs again.
Now, a parapsychologist needs hard evidence, or they need to be able to scout possible environmental explanations for what's going on. However, we're dealing with a particular man who has not been fazed at all by anything that's happened on Most Haunted before. And here he was, rooted to the spot. He was adamant that he had seen something paranormal.
I've definitely seen the figure.
Generally, Most Haunted's investigation in the first part of the museum, various people heard lots of different noises, there were some tapping sounds, various sorts of physiological reactions to what was going on. But all in all, the other sorts of phenomena I'm a little bit sceptical of, and we can certainly come up with quite viable, normal explanations. But the desk movement is unusual. I reserve judgment on that for the moment. But certainly the security guard's eyewitness account seems to be the most significant part of that first investigation.
We were at the end of night 1 in our 2-part investigation of this vast collection of mysterious buildings, already shaken and fearful, and all too aware that we had only just begun. Next time on Most Haunted.
I think we'll get so much stuff here. What the heck? Someone's just been throwing at us.
Who is that?
And the second part of that investigation, which is in fact the last in the series, is at the same time next week. Now, tomorrow at the same time is another dramatic trip to Oceanside Wellness, where Violet must decide if she can face Katie in court. That's brand new Private Practice tomorrow night at 10. Back to this evening and next along, 1 serial killer or 2. The BAU must decide in Criminal Minds.